Dinner doesn't need to be complicated, nor does it need to take forever at night, so today I am sharing my family's favorite dinners with you that come together in only 15 minutes or less. Let's get to my kitchen, let's get to cooking. To kick us off today, we are making this one pot orzo with sausage and broccoli. Start by slicing your sausage and bell pepper. You could use like chicken smoked sausage, you could use turkey, beef, any smoked sausage will work. But to a pan on the stove, add about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, add the pepper and the sausage. At this point, I kind of realized that the pan I'm using is going to be too small in the end. So after I gave this a little stir, I just transferred it to a large pot. So I do recommend using a large pot for this recipe. Just go ahead and cook the sausage for about 5 minutes. You want it to kind of get browned on the outside. Also, I apologize if my voice sounds a little off. I've had a cold, so that's probably why. Now I'm adding in 1 cup of uncooked orzo along with 12 ounces of frozen broccoli, or you could use any type of frozen broccolis you like. 2 cups of chicken broth, a half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper, a dash of crushed red pepper flakes, a teaspoon of Italian seasoning, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, and a half a teaspoon of paprika. Give this a stir, let it simmer on your stove for about 10 minutes. You basically just need that orzo cooked through, so once it is cooked through, if you're a Parmesan cheese fan like me, add some Parmesan cheese in there, let the cheese melt, and then you could serve this up. This is one of the most versatile, easy dinners you could throw together, just because instead of smoked sausage, if you just have chicken on hand, you could use cubed chicken. Just go ahead and cook it for a little bit longer. If you don't have broccoli on hand, you could always use other veggies. If you don't have bell peppers on hand, you don't have to add the bell peppers in, and you could use like chicken smoked sausage. Really, any smoked sausage will do, but orzo is delicious. This is a very easy, delicious, quick dinner to throw together. Now we're getting started on these steak fajita quesadillas. So to a pan on the stove, add in a tablespoon of olive oil, then add in 1 red onion that you sliced along with a green bell pepper. You could add in more peppers if you'd like. But now I'm adding in 14 ounces of frozen seasoned sirloin Philly steak. This is just I find it at Walmart. It's very affordable. I find it also to be very good quality. I've cooked with it quite a few times in the past and I really like it. It's great for busy nights when you forget to take meat out for dinner. So this, you could cook it from frozen. I just really like it. But once it was partially cooked, I added in my tablespoon of taco seasoning. Let this continue to cook for about 5 more minutes or so. It really cooks up quick. And then once it is through cooking, your peppers will be softened at this point as well. Now I added a little bit of oil to this pan on my stove. I added a tortilla down with a little bit of cheese, and then all you have to do is add a little bit of that steak and pepper / onion mixture, add it right onto your tortilla, add another tortilla over the top. There you go. Dinner is very easy. Just crisp up that tortilla to make it into kind of like a quesadilla. This is so, so good. If you don't want to do this into like quesadillas, you could always do this into like tacos, burritos, really anything that you'd like. I also really like making a couple extra and just having them in the fridge for lunch the next day. It makes for a very quick, easy, delicious lunch. We serve this alongside a tomato, a little bit of lime, sour cream, and avocado. So delicious. Also very quick and easy. You just throw things onto a pan. Dinner is served in minutes. It's especially great if you forget to take meat out of the freezer to thaw, which I often forget to do. So a great last minute dinner night. Now we're getting started on these hamburger bowls. I'm going to begin on the french fries first. I'm using these twisty, seasoned french fries, but you could use any french fries you like. Cook them in your oven or your air fryer according to the package instructions. Now to this pan on my stove, I'm adding in a pound of ground beef. You could really use any ground meat that you like. I'm also adding in 1 diced onion. The onion is optional, but it really gets soft and caramelized and really good for this recipe. Just break the beef up. Once it's cooked through, I'm adding in a little bit of steak seasoning. I'm adding about 2 teaspoons of that in just to give the meat extra flavor. Any steak seasoning will work. Just give this a little stir. And then once I'm finished stirring this around, I'm going to make a special sauce. The special sauce is optional, but it's really good. It's 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, 4 teaspoons of ketchup, 1 teaspoon of yellow mustard, 2 teaspoons of dill relish, and then give this a stir. It kind of adds a little pizzazz to the top of the bowls. For my burger bowl, I'm just starting with iceberg lettuce that's shredded. I'm adding fries to the side of that, and then a little bit of that hamburger meat. I'm also adding shredded cheese along with sliced tomatoes and special sauce. You could, of course, add anything you'd like to the top of your burger bowls. You could add jalapenos, bacon bits. This is kind of just what I had on hand. Absolutely delicious. A very fun twist on regular hamburger night, especially since it's not really like hamburger season. Now we're getting started on these rice bean burritos. To a pot on the stove, add in a bag of quick cooking Spanish style rice. I'm using the Great Value bag. All you have to do is add water to it and let it simmer for a few minutes. It is very easy and quick. While my rice is simmering away, I'm going to get started on my refried beans. These are my favorite refried beans ever. I had these when I was younger. I grew up in New Mexico, and these were the refried beans when we'd find them at the store that we would use, and they are so good. You just add the beans to a pot with about 2 cups of water. Their bag says 2 to 2.5 cups of water, but I always go on like the 2-cup side, and I find that to be perfect. These are like thinner refried beans. This is the consistency when they're done. So if you want them even thicker than this, so less thin, just add less water, but I don't recommend more than 2 cups of water. But here's what the rice looks like when it is finished cooking. Also, for years, I've gotten comments, people asking me to show my face more in my videos and try the food on camera. To be honest, I've been a little too nervous to do that until now. So on Thursdays, I'm sharing an extra video each week that is completely different than anything I've ever done, but I'm very thankful for your support and kind comments from last Thursday's video. But from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much for being here for me and supporting me. I will always be here for you. To assemble our burritos, just add a little bit of cheese, the rice, the beans. Add the burrito to a pan with a little bit of oil. This way it gives the tortilla a lot of added flavor. It kind of tastes like you're getting the burrito from a Mexican restaurant. I just love crisping up the tortillas like this when I'm making super easy recipes like this. But here is what it looks like. So cheesy. Those refried beans are amazing. If you find them at your store, I definitely recommend them. I normally find them at Walmart, so I snatch a couple bags whenever I see them. I don't always see them though. Now we're making this honey garlic chicken. So to a pan on the stove, add in 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and then you could use chicken breast, chicken tenderloins, really any type of chicken that you'd like for this recipe. You could cube up chicken, but season your chicken on both sides with a dash of salt and pepper. Add your chicken right into the pan. You'll cook the chicken for about 4 minutes on both sides. It doesn't need to be completely cooked through, just about 4 minutes on both sides. And while this chicken is cooking, I'm getting started on the sauce. The sauce is delicious. It's like a honey garlic sauce. It's 1/3 cup of chicken broth, 2 tablespoons of low sodium soy sauce, tablespoon of rice vinegar, 1/3 cup of honey, and whisk these ingredients together. You might be wondering where the garlic is in this sauce. Well, it's coming right now. So flip your chicken over once it's finished cooking on both sides. The chicken does not need to be completely cooked through at this point. It will continue to cook. To the pan, just add in your tablespoon of butter and tablespoon of minced garlic. Stir this around and let that garlic get super fragrant. And then once it is fragrant, about 15 seconds, add in that sauce. Give this a stir and let it simmer for a couple of minutes. This is completely optional, but I am going to remove my chicken on a cutting board, and I'm going to cut the chicken up into smaller pieces. My little ones like when I do this, so this is what I've been doing recently with this recipe. I just remove my chicken and then cut it into smaller bite-sized pieces. Like I said, that is completely optional. You don't have to do this. It does get the sauce in a lot more of the chicken though, just because you're cutting it up. But once I'm through cutting up my chicken, I'm just going to add it back in the sauce. I'll let it simmer for a couple more minutes. The sauce will slightly thicken up, and then you could serve this up. If you do have my first cookbook, you'll find this recipe on page 180. It is in the cookbook that's called 100+ recipes from my home to yours. So my first one, it is in the super quick dinner section. I have 2 cookbooks, so like I said, this one's in the first one. It has black spiral binding. But to a bowl, add your chicken in there. I am also serving this with rice and green beans. Make sure you pour plenty of that sauce over the chicken and the rice. That sauce is just so good. I did serve this with sesame
sesame seeds over the top. This is a very quick, easy, delicious dinner to throw together. It has a delicious sweet but savory flavor about it from the sauce. I also serve this with minute rice on the side for all of us. When I don't have a ton of time to cook rice, this minute rice, it's a great alternative.
Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next video like this. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.